Hi, everyone. John Connolly, president of the Twin Cities North Chamber of Commerce. And this is Chamber Check-In, your source for virtual networking, great local solutions, and content. Hey, we're glad you joined us today on Chamber Check-In. A shout out to NineNorth that produces Chamber Check-In. We appreciate their partnership. And for all things chamber related, go to twincitiesnorth.org. That's twincitiesnorth.org. And there you'll find all sorts of ways to connect with local businesses like the two guests we have here today on Chamber Check-In. Also, another shout out to our membership and all the people that promote our area for business-to-business commerce. We appreciate you. And now let's bring out the first of our two guests on Chamber Check-In, and that is Dominic Craig from Revel Painting. Dominic, welcome to Chamber Check-In. First of all, for those that don't know anything about your business, tell us about it.
Yeah, so right away, my name is Dominic Craig. So I'm an estimator with Revel Painting. I've been in the painting industry for the past 10 years, and what I specialize in is looking at a painting or a staining project and knowing the best process or the products to use to make it look the best and last the longest. Originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but have lived in Minneapolis for the past 7 years as an estimator.
So you know how tough the elements are and winter is and summer is on exterior painting, et cetera. What tips can you give people that when you meet with them, what type of things do you share with them?
Yeah, so what I look for right away is peeling on their house. So if you see peeling right away, you want to get a quote because it could start to rot very soon. So I always recommend if you start to see peeling, get a quote. Just because if one area starts to peel, most likely the other areas are going to start to go pretty quickly too. And then once they start to peel and you scrape it off, there's going to be a lapse between what you scraped and the previous paint. So it'll never look like how it originally looked like. So that's why you want to get ahead of it. So that's one of the biggest tips that I give homeowners.
Great, great. And now you guys do a lot of exterior. You also, I would imagine, do interior. What do you guys specialize in? What is your reputation? What are you known for best?
So exterior residential is what we're known for, the best exterior painting. We do interior painting as well too. We also paint cabinets and we stain decks and fences. And then one thing that's been kind of on the rise recently is popcorn ceiling removal. So there's a lot of people that are looking at the popcorn ceilings and they're like, I got to get rid of this. And that's when they call us. We have specialized crews. So we have crews that specifically remove popcorn. We have crews that specifically paint cabinets, and they're really, really good at what they do. And yeah, we basically just do those type of projects.
Oh, popcorn ceiling. I'm one. Everyone testimonial. It's a messy job, and
It
that's
is
one of those where you want to try to get a pro to do it. So good advice, Dominic.
100%. Yep.
Absolutely.
100%.
So, say, just to digress on a personal note, what do you do about woodpeckers that are pecking at your wood?
So that's funny. They actually had a product from Sherwin-Williams that it was called Chew Stop that they used to put in the paint, and it would make the woodpecker stop pecking at the house. But it started, unfortunately, killing the woodpeckers. So they had to get rid of that. So there's only a couple real options that you have, and you'll see it at some houses. Like people will put up CDs just because the woodpeckers don't really like the shine, and they kind of leave your house once they see it. So that's like a really like obviously cheaper option to get it done. Or if they're pecking, well, what we can do is just wood putty those holes and just kind of hope they don't come back.
Oh yeah, they're pesky. I know. I've had to deal with them, and like you said, a fresh coat of paint helps. But boy, they're diligent and pesky. Hey, what your products you use? I mean, do you use a certain line of product or a certain brand of product you're familiar with that your teams do?
Yep. So we mainly use Sherwin-Williams products. There's a couple different grades of paint that we use, but mainly we use a product called Super Paint. It's the most bang for your buck type of paint from Sherwin-Williams, and we've been working with Sherwin-Williams for the past 6 years because we are a 6-year-old company. And they've been amazing to us. Their paint has worked great for us, and typically we get around like 8 to 9 years out of a typical paint job.
Oh, that's great. So, hey, how can people get in touch with you, Dominic?
Yeah. So if you want to reach out to me, you can text or call. My number is 612-564-6173, or shoot me an email at Dominic, that's Dominic, at Revel, Revel dash painting.com. I would love to come over and give you a free estimate. And yeah, I can send it over to your email that same day as well too.
Awesome. Hey, we have about 30 seconds left in your segment here on Chamber Check-In. Tell us your last thoughts you'd like to share with everyone, Dominic.
Yeah, so currently we're just trying to fill our exterior schedule for spring. So if you're looking at your house and you're like, oh, I don't like this color, or man, I cannot believe my house is peeling right now. We got to get this fixed. Give me a call, shoot me a text. I'd love to stop by. Like I said, it's completely free. I can give you the best information I can to make the best choice for your house.
Awesome. Oh, one last thing before we close out. What's the hot new color type in exterior painting now?
For exterior, it's mainly like white. People are starting to go white with like black trim right around that, but it changes every single year. But that's currently what's in.
That's the hot. Now, I always like to get the latest trends. Thanks so much, Dominic Craig of Reveal Painting. Appreciate the content, and folks, reach out to him for all your painting exterior needs. Appreciate Dom's time here on Chamber Check-In. And now let's bring out a new member, Keri Adams, and she is with Partners in Excellence. Keri, welcome to Chamber Check-In. First of all, for those that aren't familiar with Partners in Excellence, tell us your story.
Great. Thanks, John. Thanks for having me here today. Well, Partners in Excellence has been around since 2001, and we actually have 5 locations, both in Minnesota and one in Wisconsin. And we currently, where I supervise, is our North St. Paul location. And one thing we're really excited to share today is that we're relocating from our North St. Paul location to Arden Hills. And we are an early intervention autism center where we work with kids both on the autism spectrum and other related disorders such as Down syndrome.
Wow, what a great cause. Hey, share with us more about your new facility in Arden Hills. Is it a lot larger?
It is.
Tell us about some of the reasons why and what is going to be incorporated in this new campus of yours.
Great. Well, we are moving in April 8th, tentatively, and we're moving into phase 1 part of the building to start. And within 2 months, we'll be within the full building, which is about 33,000 square feet, which is really going to allow us to not only bring on more children to service, it's going to allow us to bring on potentially other services within the building, and as well as employment opportunities. We're always hiring behavior therapists, occupational therapists, speech therapists, BCBAs. So a great opportunity for the community as well if they're looking to work in the mental health field with children on the spectrum.
Perfect. And tell us about the latest trends that you're seeing in your industry, because education and your type of, like you said, behavioral therapy and things, there's always, new techniques and new things that are coming online. Tell us about some of those things.
Well, one thing that's trending right now in the autism community is our BCBA licensure, that's at legislation. So our BCBAs are our board certified behavior analysts, and they oversee and ensure the quality of service that we're providing. And so if this licensure goes through, this is just going to allow more quality care for Minnesotans who are seeking particularly ABA therapy, which is applied behavior analysis therapy. And that's the form of treatment in which we're providing these children.
Gosh, and how do people get in touch with you, Keri?
Well, our website is a great place to start, and that's at partnersmn.com. But we are very active on social media. So we have Facebook, we're TikTok, we're trending often on TikTok, we're on Instagram and LinkedIn.
Wonderful, wonderful. And besides the building being brand new and some of the new features, are there things capacity-wise? In other words, you're going to be able to serve a lot more students,
Yes.
et cetera?
Right. And the services, we're a one-stop shop, which is wonderful. Children can come to us to receive both occupational therapy, speech therapy, ABA therapy, feeding therapy, as well as we do a large parent training support system with support groups, resource nights where we bring in providers from other resources around the community to talk about deficits in which parents are struggling with these children, and also do parent education courses.
You know, you bring up a good point about not just focusing on the student, but also on the parents of the student too. That's really good to hear that those type of things are done, and that that support network is in place for those parents.
Absolutely. It's a community effort. We have a whole team, and the parents are actually the prime team members. They know their child best.
Absolutely. So tell us again where you're located, where your new location is going to be in Arden Hills,
Our
Keri.
new location is going to be Lexington Avenue. So it's 4255 Lexington Avenue.
Great. And you're coming online. Your building's just wrapping up, right?
It is. It is. We're just under construction in our first phase 1. So we're very excited.
Well, welcome to the neighborhood, and thanks so much for investing in Arden Hills. We appreciate it. Hey, we have about 30 seconds left here, Keri. Share with us your last thoughts you want to tell everyone.
Come visit us. Once we're in the building, we're always open to walk-ins, whether you just have questions around intaking a child into our program, or whether you're interested in employment.
Wonderful. Hey, thanks so much for joining us on Chamber Checking. Keri Adams of Partners in Excellence, soon to be in Arden Hills, and also with Dominic Craig from Revel Painting, providing all sorts of resources for your needs on exterior painting, everyone. And now, the vision of the Twin Cities North Chamber of Commerce is to promote business, develop leaders, and connect communities. And we're so glad you connected with us today. A shout out to NineNorth that produces Chamber Check-In. We appreciate their partnership. And for all things chamber related and event related, go to twincitiesnorth.org. That's twincitiesnorth.org. And there you'll find all sorts of ways to connect with local businesses, just like Revel Painting and Partners in Excellence. Everyone, have a wonderful weekend.